Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 7 and we will present about regulation on halal cosmetics. Our group members is Nur Izzati binti Ismail, Ainiliana binti Nazri and Khairia binti Kamaruzaman.
Next, we move to the table of content, which the first is introduction, definition, literature review, objective, and conclusion.
First of all, for introduction, since the Muslim population is increasing around the world, the average of halal demand increased due to the alertness of people about halal. The origin of most cosmetic products are dominated by non-Muslim companies, which becomes a big issue among Muslim people. Consumers tend to search and use cosmetic products that comprise two biggest aspects, which are halal and toyib. Halal and toyiban emphasize compliance in all stages of production, which not merely look on the status of the ingredients, hence to provide quality along the halal supply chain of cosmetic products. The authorized body cooperate to prepare a standards and regulation regarding halal cosmetics to ensure the production of cosmetics products are compliant with Sharia guidelines. Simultaneously, convince the consumer to purchase halal products. My name is Aini Liana binti Nazri. I will present about the definition of cosmetics. According to the Malaysian Standard 2634 2019, cosmetic is any substance or preparation intended to be placed in contact with the various external parts of the human body, which is including epidermis, hair system, nails, lips, and external genital organs, or with the teeth and the mucous membranes of the oral cavity with a view exclusively or mainly to cleansing them, perfume them, changing their appearance or correcting body odors, protecting them or keeping them in good condition. Next, halal cosmetics. Cosmetics products that contain ingredients permitted under the Sharia law and fatwa and fulfill the following conditions. Do not consist of or contain any part of matter of an animal that is prohibited by Sharia law and fatwa for a Muslim to consume or that has not been slaughtered in accordance with Sharia law and fatwa. Next is do not contain anything which is najas according to Sharia law and fatwa. Do not intoxicate according to Sharia law and fatwa. Do not contain any part of a human being or its yolk which are not allowed by Sharia law and fatwa, are not poisonous or hazardous to health, have not been prepared, processed or manufactured using any instrument that is contaminated with najas according to Sharia and fatwa. Last but not least, have not in the course of preparing, processing or storing been in contact with, mixed or in close proximity to any materials that fails to satisfy items A and B. The first literature review from Pertanika Journal, a review of cosmetic and personal care products, halal perspective and detection of ingredient by Hashim P. and Mat Hashim D. 2013. First of all, halal from the perspective of the cosmetic industry means the product does not contain processed byproducts and derivative and alcohol. Halal as a term has a far wider meaning than that in scope and application. The author said detection of the ingredient authenticity in halal cosmetic products is important to determine that the products, especially the oils, fats and proteins, are halal compliant. Um, the ingredients is a very important criterion in halal verification. In Malaysia, cosmetic products have to comply with local regulations and meet local quality control requirements. To get halal certification from the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, which is JAKIM, product must fulfill the requirements of Malaysian Standard 2200/2008 and halal certification procedure manual, which requires strict factory inspection and audit. The certification ensures that halal cosmetics are of high quality and are ethical product. For example, Products that are compliant with Islamic law keep within the parameters designed for health and safety and benefits of user regardless of age, faith or culture. The second literature review from journal Legal Control for the Safety of Cosmetic Products Application Used in Malaysia by Zakaria Z ETL 2019. In Malaysia, there are a number of legal provisions to control the production of these harmful cosmetic products in the market to ensure the safety and protection of consumers are guaranteed from using cosmetic products that use prohibited materials. Among the provisions of the law protecting the safety of cosmetic products are the Control of Drugs and Cosmetic Regulations 1984 and the Sale of Drugs Act 1952. The provisions of this law have been enacted to protect consumers from using risky and dangerous cosmetic products. Among the issues that arise is the mix of ingredients in cosmetic products with chemicals such as drugs, poisons, and even heavy metals that are not allowed by the Ministry of Health. May 2019, NPRA has taken back the notification number for 20 cosmetic products as they contain banned substances, including scheduled non-permissible poisons in cosmetic products such as hydroquinone, tretinoin, mercury, diphenhydramine, and other harmful chemicals. I will explain more detail. Next slide. The issues on cosmetic product safety is hydroquinone. Hydroquinone is a type of chemical that was originally used to kill melanocytes, a type of cell that acts to produce melanin. According to guidelines for control of cosmetic products in Malaysia, Annex 3 Part 1, list of substances which cosmetic products must not contain except subject to restrictions and conditions laid down, the maximum authorized concentration in the ready-for-use preparation of hydroquinone is only 0.02%, which is after mixing for use. Based on my research from artikel and also KKM website, hydroquinone adalah sejenis bahan kimia yang pada awalnya digunakan untuk membunuh melanocyte. Melanocyte ialah sejenis sel yang bertindak untuk menghasilkan melanin dan kesannya kulit akan kelihatan lebih cerah dan putih. Penggunaan hydroquinone juga sebenarnya menjadikan kulit lebih sensitif kepada sinaran UV kerana struktur kulit yang semakin menipis dan terhakis. Mana-mana produk yang mengandungi hydroquinone, ianya dikategorikan sebagai produk yang mengandungi bahan terlarang. Ini kerana produk yang mengandungi hydroquinone adalah dikawal sebagai produk farmaseutical dan perlu didaftarkan dengan pihak berkuasa kawalan dadah dan juga Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia. Hydroquinone sebenarnya dibenarkan untuk produk kosmetik sediaan kuku palsu bagi kegunaan profesional sahaja. The second issue on cosmetic product safety is tretinoin. Tretinoin is the second dangerous chemical that can be found in some of the cosmetic products. It is usually used by doctors to treat serious acne. Also known as vitamin A, tretinoin belongs to a class of medications called retinoids. It will affect the growth of skin cells by gradually destroying the skin layer bit by bit as much as hydroquinone does. In addition, hydroquinone, tretinoin and also mercury can cause redness, swollen skin, discomfort, skin change, and even make the skin become sensitive. So, to ensure that all medicines and products are marketed in safe and effective markets, each drug and product sold in Malaysia should be registered with the Ministry of Health.
Okay, next literature review. Research has been done that look on halal assurance system requirements and documentation in cosmetics industry. Muhammad Fuad Muhammad Saleh and Rosita Hussain studied a new framework to optimize the design of halal management in cosmetic industry called the Halal Management Model in Cosmetic Industry. Due to the huge number of end users of cosmetics products and due to the alertness of cosmetics industry player in halal handling, Halal supply chain model has been introduced as a framework to manage and scale the halal cosmetic supply chains with practical guidance on the functional requirements and design parameters. To comply with the halal certification requirements, the introduction of halal assurance system requirements and documentation is really helpful to educate the producer and manufacturers. Hence, it can reduce the time for the certification officer to audit and certification process can be speed up. Abdullah Swidi, Chengwi, Muhammad Ghazali Hassan, Asma Al-Hussam, Abdul Wahid, Muhammad Qasim had discussed in their article the mainstream cosmetics industry in Malaysia and the emergence, growth and prospects of halal cosmetics on the issue of halal ingredients in cosmetic products, which poses to serious challenges due to cosmetics industry is mostly has been monopolized by the non-Muslim people. However, in the global cosmetics industry, there is a new trend that is the wave of halal cosmetics and personal care products. The increasing of awareness and population of the Muslim became the push factor to mainstream cosmetics industry providing Sharia compliance products.
Next, my name is Nur Izzati binti Ismail. I will explain the next literature review from the Kaisar Ali, Asma Salman, Hakim Yaqub, and Shazia Parvin mentioned in their articles of financial costs and social influence, factors affecting the adoption of halal cosmetics in Malaysia, said that most of the strong Islamic religious belief are one of the affecting the adoption of halal cosmetic in Malaysia, as they strongly rejecting to use cosmetic products that containing ethanol, but it is different to people that have moderate religious that not really concerned about ethanol in the perfume as long as it is not being used for consumption purpose. Next, literature review from the Kamaljit Kaur, Shuhaili Osman, Sujit Kaur, and Jasper Singh mentioned in their articles of Is halal a priority in purchasing cosmetics in Malaysia among Muslim Malaysian women? Said that most Muslim Malaysian women not choosing halal cosmetic as their priority in purchasing their products as it is affected by many factors such as price, quality, and brand that is still dominates the mind of consumer during the purchasing of cosmetics.
There are three main objectives. The first objective is to identify the related regulation on halal cosmetics. The second objective is to analyze the importance of regulation with cosmetics. The third objective is to identify the Sharia requirement for halal cosmetics.
Okay, my name is Hairia binti Kamruzaman. I will explain on the first Objective, which is related regulations on halal cosmetics. There are three regulations that I chose, which the first is Poisons Act 1952, revised 1989. The second is Control of Drugs and Cosmetics Regulations 1984. And the third is Medicines Advertisement and Sale Act 1956. I will explain briefly on the section that easy to understand in these three regulations, and I will explain in Bahasa to make sure you guys understand with these regulations. Okay, I will start with the first act, which is Poisons Act 1952. This is an act to regulate the importation, possession, manufacture, compounding, storage, transport, sale and use of poisons. This act comprise 35 sections. Okey, Akta Racun ni adalah Akta Racun 1952 ini adalah akta yang mengawal selia aktiviti pengimportan, pemilikan, penghilangan, compounding, penyimpanan, pengangkutan, penjualan dan penggunaan bahan racun yang disenaraikan dalam akta. Okey, saya akan teruskan kepada Seksyen 8 iaitu Control of Imports of Poisons, iaitu kawalan pengimportan racun, subclass number 1. Okey, individu yang tidak mempunyai lesen di bawah akta ini tidak boleh mengimport mana-mana racun ataupun apa-apa racun daripada kawasan dari luar Malaysia. Okey, subclass number 2, Seksyen 8 ini tidak terpakai kepada A. Mana-mana individu yang tiba di Malaysia daripada luar negara, luar Malaysia yang mengimport ataupun membawa ubatan yang mempunyai racun yang digunakan hanyalah untuk kegunaan peribadi ataupun kegunaan keluarga, di mana kuantiti tersebut adalah hanya bersesuaian dengan penggunaan 1 bulan bagi seseorang individu. Okey, B, mana-mana individu yang membawa ataupun mengimport ubatan yang mengandungi racun untuk kegunaan peribadi ataupun kegunaan keluarga melalui pos ataupun surat, di mana ia tertakluk kepada beberapa syarat yang telah ditetapkan di bawah peraturan bawah akta ini, C, mana-mana pegawai kerajaan yang mengimport racun adalah di atas dasar tugas yang dijalankan. Okay, D, mana-mana menteri yang secara mutlak dan bersyarat terkecuali daripada peruntukan Seksyen 8 ini. Okay, subclass number 3, mana-mana individu yang mengimport racun di mana melanggar Seksyen 8 ini ataupun individu yang melanggar mana-mana terma dan syarat lesen yang telah diberikan kepadanya ataupun melanggar mana-mana peruntukan daripada peraturan yang telah dibuat atau mana-mana syarat yang telah syarat yang dikecualikan yang telah diberikan kepadanya di bawah seksyen ini adalah disabit bersalah kerana melanggar akta ini. Okay, next is section 9, packaging, labeling and storing of poisons. Okay, section bahagian 9 berkaitan dengan pembungkusan, pelabelan dan penyimpanan racun. Okay, subclause number 1, subclause 1. Tidak ada individu baik yang dilesenkan atau tidak di bawah akta ini yang dengan sengaja menjual, membekal, menyimpan atau memiliki di dalam simpanannya atau di bawah kawalannya atau menyimpan racun melainkan apa yang telah dibenarkan di bawah peraturan akta ini dan berkuat kuasa berkaitan dengan pemilikan, bekas pembungkusan, melabel atau menyimpan racun tersebut. 2. Subclause number 2. Dalam mana-mana prosiding di bawah seksyen ini, jika ada individu yang terbukti menjual, menyimpan atau memiliki di dalam simpanannya atau berada di bawah kawalannya atau menyimpan sebarang racun di mana ia melakukan secara sengaja, melainkan jika dilakukan secara tidak sengaja, maka perlulah dibuktikan oleh individu tersebut. Okay, subclause 3. Yang ketiga, mana-mana individu yang melanggar subsection 1 adalah disabit bersalah kerana melanggar akta ini. Section 10, Transport of Poisons. Okay, bahagian 10 ini adalah pengangkutan racun. Tidak ada individu yang boleh mengangkut ataupun boleh mengangkut apa-apa racun melainkan yang telah dibenarkan di dalam peraturan yang dibuat di bawah akta ini. Section 11 iaitu kawalan penyediaan atau pembuatan yang mengandungi racun. Tiada penyediaan yang mengandungi apa-apa racun yang boleh dibuat melainkan apa yang dibenarkan di bawah apa yang dibenarkan di dalam peraturan di bawah akta ini. Okay, let's proceed to the second regulation, which is Control of Drugs and Cosmetics Regulation 1984, which this regulation was enacted under the Sale of Drugs Act 1952. And these regulations consist of 5 parts, okay, which I will explain on the part 3, 3A and part 4. Okay. Okay, we go to the Regulation Act, Registration of Product, iaitu Peraturan 8, Pendaftaran Produk. Okay, subclass 1, nombor 1, pihak berkuasa boleh di atas setiap permohonan yang dibuat mengikut cara atau bentuk yang diperlukan untuk mendaftar apa-apa produk yang tertakluk kepada syarat yang dikenakan. Okay, subclass 2, setiap permohonan pendaftaran produk harus disertakan dengan A. Fee pemprosesan sebanyak RM500 untuk ubat tradisional, B. Kos pemprosesan sebanyak RM50 untuk setiap varian produk, atau C. Bayaran pemprosesan sebanyak RM1,000 untuk produk selain daripada ubat tradisional, dan D. Apa-apa dokumen, item, sampel, bukti-bukti atau maklumat yang diperlukan oleh pihak berkuasa. Okay, subclass 3, yang ketiga, pihak berkuasa boleh mengenakan apa-apa bayaran kepada pemohon untuk membuat penilaian ataupun penyelidikan sebelum pendaftaran produk. Okay, Regulation 9, which is Register of Products, Daftar Produk. Subclass 1, the Secretary. Secretary ni adalah di bawah DCA, iaitu Drug Controls Authority, yang dilantik. Boleh menyimpan dan memelihara daftar produk, produk yang didaftarkan, dan daftar drugs yang berasingan boleh disimpan dan dipelihara. Okay, subclass 2, pendaftaran harus mengandungi A. Nama di mana produk tersebut didaftarkan, kandungan dan kuantiti bahan aktif. Okay, seterusnya nama dan alamat pengilang. D. Nama dan alamat pemegang pendaftaran produk. E. Nombor pendaftaran produk ataupun nombor penyenaraian produk. Dan F. Tarikh dikeluarkan dan berakhirnya sijil pendaftaran sekiranya ada. Okay, now I will explain on the Regulation 18A, which is prohibition to manufacture, sell, supply, import, possess or administer cosmetic. Okay, ini adalah regulation berkaitan dengan larangan membuat, menjual, membekal, mengimport, memiliki atau mentadbir kosmetik. Subclass number 1. Okay, yang nombor 1. Tidak ada individu yang boleh membuat, menjual, membekal, mengimport, memiliki atau menguruskan sebarang kosmetik. A. Melainkan kosmetik tersebut adalah kosmetik yang telah dinotifikasikan. Okay, B. Melainkan dia adalah individu yang bertanggungjawab untuk meletakkan kosmetik yang telah dinotifikasikan di pasaran, ataupun individu yang telah diberi kuasa sesuai dengan pemberitahuan notifikasi yang telah dikeluarkan, diisukan oleh pengarah perkhidmatan farmaseutical. Okay, yang C, ia merupakan campuran kosmetik yang telah dinotifikasikan dan apa-apa racun di dalam maksud Akta Racun 1952. D. Merupakan campuran kosmetik yang telah dinotifikasikan dengan produk berdaftar. E. Yang dilabel dengan nama tambahan selain daripada nama yang telah diisu oleh yang telah diberi oleh pengarah perkhidmatan farmaseutical. Alright. Okey, seterusnya adalah F, di mana label yang tidak mematuhi arahan ataupun garis panduan yang telah dikeluarkan oleh DPS. G, yang mana produk kosmetik yang telah dinotifikasikan tu dah dicancelkan oleh DPS. H, yang mana dilabelkan dengan apa-apa perkataan, simbol, huruf, angka, tanda atau ciri keselamatan yang kononnya betul, tapi di sebaliknya. Okay, subclause tu untuk tujuan subperaturan 1, notified kosmetik tu bermaksud dia telah diberikan notifikasi oleh Director of Pharmaceutical Service tu. Okay. Okay, now we go to the regulation 19 personnel di bawah part 4 iaitu manufacture of registered products or notified cosmetics. Okay, ini berkaitan dengan pekerja. Okay, a licensed manufacturer shall ensure that all personnel employed at all levels of manufacture, iaitu pengilang yang berlesen hendaklah memastikan bahawa semua kaki tangan yang bekerja, maksudnya semua pekerja di semua peringkat pembuatan mestilah memiliki kelayakan yang sesuai yang diperlukan untuk pekerjaan mereka. B, mempunyai pengalaman yang cukup dan kompeten secara teknikal. C, dia mestilah pekerja tu dilatih secara berkala untuk tujuan sentiasa up to date dengan perkembangan dan apa-apa perubahan. D, mestilah diperiksa secara maksudnya dari sudut kesihatan mereka mestilah diperiksa secara berkala. Okay, next is regulation 20 which is premises. Okay, ini adalah peraturan berkenaan dengan premis. Subclause 1, produk yang didaftarkan atau kosmetik yang telah dinotifikasikan mestilah dibuat, diproses, dibungkus, dipack dan dilabel dan diuji di premis yang sesuai dengan standard yang telah dikeluarkan oleh badan pihak yang berkuasa. Okey, seterusnya yang kedua, kawasan penyimpanan mestilah sesuai dan cukup supaya bahan-bahan yang sama ada yang rejected ke ataupun bahan-bahan awal ataupun bahan yang kena return semula ataupun produk separuh ataupun yang dah siap ataupun kosmetik yang telah dinotifikasikan boleh diasingkan secara tempatnya cukup lah. Okay. Seterusnya ketiga, tempat pembuatan tu mestilah manufacturing premise tu mestilah dijaga dalam keadaan baik dan bersih, mesti ada program sanitasi untuk penyelenggaraan premis. Seterusnya mestilah rekod program sanitasi itu pun disimpan. Okay, next is Regulation 21, Equipments, iaitu Regulation Peraturan 21 berkenaan dengan peralatan. Okay, subclass 1, peralatan pembuatan ataupun peralatan pengujian mestilah didesain, dirancang, ditempatkan dan disimpan seperti berikut. Maksudnya A, sesuai dengan tujuan penggunaan dia. B, memudahkan pembersihan menyeluruh sekiranya perlu. C, meminimumkan sebarang pencemaran produk yang berdaftar ataupun minimumkan pencemaran produk berdaftar dan kosmetik yang telah dinotifikasikan. Dan kontainer, maksudnya bekas-bekas yang digunakan semasa pembuatan. D, mengurangkan risiko kekeliruan atau peninggalan sebarang langkah pembuatan. Okay, yang kedua, pengilang atau pengeluar kosmetik berlesen hendaklah memastikan semua alat penimbang, pengukur dan rakaman mestilah dijaga dan dalam keadaan yang baik dan mestilah dikalibrasi secara berkala. Okey, seterusnya license manufacturer tu mestilah sekiranya sesuai mestilah buat langkah-langkah pembuatan tu, maksudnya manufacturing steps tu mesti dipantau oleh alat rakaman. Okey, seterusnya C, memastikan semua peralatan pembuatan dibersihkan secara menyeluruh dan berkala mengikut spesifikasi bertulis yang ditentukan oleh pihak berkuasa. Dan D, memastikan rekod perkara-perkara yang dinyatakan di dalam perenggan A, B dan C disimpan dan juga di-maintain, dipelihara lah. Okey. Okay, now we go to the last act, which is Medicines, Advertisement and Sale Act 1956. Okay, this is an act to prohibit certain advertisements relating to medical matters and to regulate the sale of substances recommended as a medicine. Okay, ini adalah Akta Ubat Iklan dan Penjualan 1956 dan peraturan-peraturannya. Okey, Akta Ubat Iklan dan Penjualan 1956 ini adalah suatu akta yang menghalang pengiklanan yang berkaitan dengan hal-hal perubatan dan mengawal selia penjualan bahan-bahan yang disyorkan sebagai ubat. Okey, kita proceed terus kepada section 3, iaitu Prohibition of Advertisements Relating to Certain Disease. Bahagian 3, larangan iklan yang berkaitan dengan penyakit tertentu. Subclass 1, tertakluk kepada akta ini, tidak ada individu yang akan mengambil bahagian dalam penerbitan iklan yang merujuk kepada mana-mana artikel atau artikel apa-apa keterangan dalam istilah yang dikira membawa kepada penggunaan artikel tersebut atau artikel atau keterangan daripada artikel tersebut itu sebagai ubat, alat atau ubat untuk tujuan A. Pencegahan atau rawatan penyakit dan keadaan manusia seperti yang dinyatakan dalam jadual. Mempraktikkan pencegahan hamil di kalangan manusia. C. Memperbaiki keadaan atau fungsi buah pinggang atau jantung manusia atau memperbaiki fungsi seksual atau prestasi seksual manusia. D. Diagnosis penyakit seperti yang ditentukan dalam jadual. Okey, dengan syarat bahawa subsection ini tidak terpakai untuk iklan yang diterbitkan oleh kerajaan persekutuan atau ke mana-mana kerajaan negeri atau pihak berkuasa tempatan atau awam atau badan kerajaan iaitu hospital awam atau mana-mana individu yang diberi kuasa untuk menerbitkan iklan tersebut oleh menteri. Okey, subclause 1A, menteri boleh untuk menambah, menghapus atau mengubah jadual dari semasa ke semasa dengan perintah. Okay, now we move to section 4A, prohibition of advertisements relating to skill or service, iaitu berkaitan dengan larangan pengiklanan berkaitan skill, kemahiran ataupun perkhidmatan. Okey, tertakluk kepada akta ini, seseorang individu tidak boleh mengambil bahagian dalam penerbitan apa-apa periklanan yang di mana A merujuk kepada apa-apa kemahiran ataupun perkhidmatan berkaitan dengan rawatan ataupun pencegahan atau diagnosis apa-apa penyakit ataupun kecederaan ataupun ketidakupayaan weakness ataupun keadaan yang boleh mempengaruhi tubuh badan manusia. Seterusnya yang B, yang mana iklan tersebut boleh memujuk mana-mana individu sama ada secara tersirat ataupun tersurat, membujuk kepada individu untuk mendapatkan nasihat daripada periklan atau mana-mana individu yang referred, maksudnya yang ada dekat dalam iklan tu yang inline, yang ada connection dengan skill ataupun perkhidmatan tertentu. Okay, provided that this section shall not apply to any advertisement publication publish. Okay, di mana bahagian ini tidak terpakai kepada mana-mana periklanan yang diterbitkan dengan persetujuan menteri oleh mana-mana badan profesional yang berkaitan dengan profesion perubatan ni atau kepada profesion yang ditubuhkan, maksudnya profesion yang didaftarkan di bawah undang-undang bertulis, atau B dengan persetujuan lembaga iklan perubatan yang ditubuhkan oleh menteri, oleh mana-mana hospital swasta atau oleh mana-mana satu klinik swasta, 2 klinik radiologi swasta, 3 makmal perubatan swasta yang dikendalikan oleh pengamal perubatan berdaftar yang mempunyai CJ praktik tahunan yang sah di bawah Akta Perubatan 1971.
Next, my name is Nurizati Ismail. I will explain for the objective 2, which is the importance of regulation with cosmetics. So, as we can see, why this regulation are important to the cosmetic, which is Poison Act 1952, Medicines Advertisement Sale Act 1956, and Control of Drugs and Cosmetic Regulation 1984. So, from this slide, we can see the importance of the regulation with the cosmetics. So from this slide, we can see the importance of regulation with the cosmetics. From these three importance, which is the guarantee the health of consumers, second, the protecting manufacturer from the experiencing loss, and enhance the ability of authorities to control the market. So this slide, from this, I will explain about the importance of regulation with the cosmetics. First, importance of regulation with cosmetics, which is the guarantee the health of consumers. So why we said that this regulation can guarantee the health of consumers? Because consumers are the person that will apply the products, and if there is no regulation that apply in cosmetics, the manufacturer will simply to produce the products that only giving profit to them without care about the safety of consumers. So next, cosmetics in Malaysia are among the most popular consumer products, and their sales increase every day. So in 2006, reported that Malaysia spent almost estimated 500 million on cosmetics. There are many cases that involve the safety of the consumers that being recalled in Malaysia, and mostly of the products that came from the whitening products. If there is no regulation being applied in Malaysia, so the consumers will be affected by this selfish manufacturer that producing the products that only giving them profit without care about the safety of consumers. There are many cases that involve the products that being cancelled from the Ministry of Health, which is I will be explained for the next slide. So, as we all know, mostly women in Malaysia and all around the world, they tend to care about their skin. So, skincare segment in Malaysia, mostly they tend to produce the whitening products that are product that have most increase in use. And there is a research that Asian tended to overuse these whitening products, and they randomly pick product without any investigating their usefulness and the possible negative outcomes of their usage. So, whitening products that mostly have been cancelled by the Ministry of Health because of the ingredients of the products that are containing illegal substances such as mercury that will give negative impact to the consumer, which can be harmful to their health. So these illegal substances such as mercury are being regulated in the Annex 2 from the ingredients annex that stated the list of substances which must not form part of the composition of cosmetics product. So from this we can see that the regulation are important to guarantee the health of consumers, as if they have a regulation, so the manufacturer that will produce the product will follow the regulation from the regulation to produce their product. So if they have any substances that illegal substances such as from this issue which is mercury, so Ministry of Health can cancel their product so that the consumer will know that this product cannot be used, as they have we can say that they have ingredients that containing illegal substances that will be giving negative impact to their health. Next, this regulation also can protect consumers from misleading labeling in the cosmetic product, as they are having a guideline for control of cosmetic products in Malaysia that stated about the cosmetic claims guidelines. So this labeling of cosmetic also important, as it will assist customer in making a informed decision concerning about their product purchase. So if they have any the misleading labeling in the cosmetic product, so consumer can complain this to the NPCB or Ministry of Health to notify them that this product have the misleading label, which can affect customer if they buy this product, such as they have many misleading labeling in cosmetic in Malaysia, such as they tend to use put that this product can avoid make them what we say kurus or so on. So that this labeling cosmetic cannot be used in the products of cosmetics. So for this year, they have many cosmetic products that found that contain mercury from the Ministry of Health. So from this example, we can see from the June 2020 said that Ministry of Health found that from the 3 cosmetics that contain mercury, which is the product from the Flow Skin White. So these products can have been cancelled from the Ministry of Health as they have illegal substances in their cosmetic products. So next is the protecting manufacturer from experiencing loss. So as we all know that manufacturer are the person that will be produce the products, the cosmetic products. So they have to remove any things that will make them experiencing loss. So these regulations are the priority for the manufacturer to producing their cosmetics products in Malaysia, as it also protecting the consumer, and also this regulation also protecting the manufacturer from getting lost by producing products that are not safe to the consumer. So in Malaysia, manufacturers that want to producing products must giving their product notification to NPCB, as they will gather adequate information on the cosmetic product that are placed on the local market, and they have to ensure that their products are manufactured in facilities that comply with the ASEAN guideline on GMP. So manufacturers that producing products will follow this regulation that already stated about the drugs that are illegal to added in the cosmetics to avoid their products be cancelled or recalled by the Ministry of Health. So from this regulation will protect manufacturer from producing that the product that will giving impact to their integrity of their company. So this is importance. This is why the regulations are important with the cosmetics. Okay, we move to the next slide. So why does in Malaysia there's so many issues that happen that cosmetic product that being cancelled in the market? So these issues that are being always happen in Malaysia, that cosmetic products that being cancelled in the market as they are contain an illegal poison or drugs that are against by regulation from Poison Act 1952 or Control of Drugs and Cosmetic Regulation 1984. So mostly products that we cancel came from the SME company that mostly producing whitening products, as they have and illegal substances such as mercury, tretinoin, and hydroquinone that are giving bad side effect to the consumer's health. So from this cancer product by the ministry, we giving big impact to the manufacturer and their integrity as well, as they are not following the regulations. So these two pictures, which are the one of the cancer cosmetic product in the market, which is from the Dija cosmetic and the Tati cosmetic. So as we can see that if they don't follow the regulation, and they have when the Ministry of Health being investigate their products, and they found that the products ingredients have an illegal substances that will giving effect to the consumers. So this product will be cancelled from the local market to be sold by the Ministry of Health, right? So this will be giving bad impact to their company, as if we if we know from the surat khabar and so on kan, so bila benda ni berlaku, dia akan jadi impact yang besar lah kepada company tu. So bila rakyat tahu ke apa consumer tahu, so benda tu akan jadi diorang akan hilang kepercayaan kepada company itu untuk memakai produk daripada company itu. So if they follow the regulation that being made for the cosmetics products, so they can remove any of experiencing loss that will be get if they follow their regulation that being that if they follow the regulations. So next, importance of regulation with cosmetics enhance the ability for authority to control the market. So NPCB and Ministry of Health are one of the authority that involved in cosmetics product, as they will check the products that been sold in the local market. So regulation that been applied in Malaysia for cosmetic product makes the authority can make their work easily, as they will following the regulation in approving and investigating of the cosmetic product that been sold in the market. So for example, in the Medicine Advertisement and Sale Act already stated that these regulations are to regulate the content of advertisement and to safeguard public healthiness by endorsing the rational use of medication. So, regulation that been made giving the upper hand to the authority for auditing the cosmetic product that been sold in the local market. It is to make sure that the products that been sold are safe to use, and they are able to cancelling the product if they are not comply with the regulations. So we can see from this, we can say that the authority, if they have a regulation, so the authority can control the market easily to control the market. So for example, if they have any issues regarding the cosmetic products, such as the product have any illegal substances, or they have any misleading label in their cosmetic products, so this authority can easy to check their products if they are true that they are not comply with the regulations. So why this authority can check their product? Because they have the upper hand, because because in the regulation also already stated that this authority can involve in cosmetic product to check their product if they are being comply with the regulation or not. So if there are any mistakes in the products, they have the authority to cancel or to to uh, to cancel the product in the market.
The Sharia requirement for halal cosmetics, the first is MPPHM 2014. This manual procedure for Malaysia Halal Certification 2014 contains guidelines for Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, which is JAKIM, and the State's Department of Religious Affairs, which is JAIN, Islamic Religious Affairs Councils, which is MAIS, inspection officers, with the aim to clarify requirements to be complied with in managing the Malaysia Halal Certification. This manual must be read together with standards, fatwa decisions and related regulations which are enforced in managing the Malaysia Halal Certification. The requirement for halal cosmetics in MPPHM 2014 in Clause 6.4 Cosmetic and Personal Care certification shall comply with MS 2200/2008 Consumer Good Section 1, which is Cosmetic and Personal Care General Guidelines, Guidelines for Control of Cosmetic Products in Malaysia, National Pharmaceutical Control Bureau, Guidelines on Cosmetic Good Manufacturing Practice, National Pharmaceutical Control Bureau, decisions of the National Fatwa Council for Islamic Affairs or fatwa decreed by the states, and other related guidelines and regulations. For management responsibility, there are four types of industry, which is multinational category, medium industry category, small industry category, and also micro industry category. Alright, we move to the multinational category first. Applicant shall establish the internal halal committee with reference Halal Assurance System 2011. The second, appoint the halal executive. The third, appoint minimum of 2 Muslim workers and shall be permanent post, Malaysian citizen, competent on halal management system and work full-time in the handling or processing of food section. The fourth, establish the halal assurance system with reference to Halal Assurance System 2011. As we can see, there are similarities between multinational and medium industry category, right? Next, the small industry category. The applicant shall appoint 1 Muslim supervisor and shall be permanent post, Malaysian citizen, competent on halal management system and work full-time in the handling or processing of food section. The second, appoint minimum of 1 Muslim worker, shall be permanent post and work full-time in the handling or processing of food section. And the lastly is micro industry category. The applicant shall appoint minimum of 1 Muslim worker, shall be permanent post and work full-time in the handling or processing of food section. For product requirement, the applicant shall ensure that the product has been registered and has received the approval letter of registered products from the National Pharmaceutical Control Bureau, which is NPCB. Another, the Sharia requirement for halal cosmetics is Malaysian standard. The main function of Standards Malaysia is to foster and promote standards, standardization and accreditation as a means of advancing the national economy, promoting industrial efficiency and development, benefiting the health and safety of the public, protecting the consumers, facilitating domestic and international trade, and furthering international cooperation in relation to standards and standardization. As we know, before this, cosmetics and personal care under consumer goods, which is MS 2200 Part 1 2008, but now cosmetics have their own standards, which is MS 2634 2019. For management responsibility, first point is halal integrity. The management shall ensure that the halal integrity is preserved and cosmetics are manufactured according to halal requirements. Second point is Muslim personnel. The management shall appoint a Muslim personnel who is responsible to ensure the effectiveness in implementation of internal halal control system. Third point is training regularly. The management shall provide training regularly to relevant personnel on the halal principles and its application. Fourth point is sufficient resources. The management shall ensure that sufficient resources, for example, manpower, facility, financial and infrastructure, are provided for effective implementation of internal halal control system. Fifth point is properly recorded. The management shall ensure all related activities for manufacturing and handling of halal cosmetics are properly recorded. All documents and records shall be maintained and traceable. Next point is allow the Muslim personnel to fulfill the obligation. The management shall allow the Muslim personnel to fulfill the obligation of their religious practice. And the last point is participation and commitment. The management shall ensure the participation and commitment by staffs in various departments and at all levels within the company's suppliers and distributors to preserve halal integrity. We proceed to minerals and chemicals. All minerals, for example, calcium carbonate, magnesium silicate, titanium dioxide, silica, and chemicals are halal except those are poisonous, intoxicating or hazardous to health. Titanium dioxide ni selalunya digunakan untuk membuat mineral sunscreen. For alcohol, materials for cosmetics that contain alcohol excluding alcohol drink, which is khamrun, are permissible. Seperti yang kita tahu bahawa setiap arak adalah mengandungi alkohol, manakala bukan semua alkohol itu adalah arak. Berdasarkan muzakarah khas Jawatan Kuasa Fatwa Majlis Kebangsaan bagi Hal Ehwal Agama Islam Malaysia yang membincangkan isu alkohol dalam makanan, minuman, pewangi dan ubat-ubatan pada 14 hingga 16 Julai 2011 telah bersetuju memutuskan bahawa ubat-ubatan dan pewangi yang mengandungi alkohol sebagai bahan pelarut adalah tidak najis dan diharuskan sekiranya alkohol tersebut bukan diambil melalui proses pembuatan arak. Okay. For GMOs, cosmetics containing product and or byproducts of genetically modified organisms or ingredients made by manipulating genetic material of animals that are non-halal by Sharia law and fatwa are not halal. Requirement for halal cosmetics in Malaysian Standard 2634/2019. For premises, the premise shall be situated in an environment which, when considered together with measures, the premise shall be effectively separate and well insulated from pig farm or its processing activities. Layout of premises shall permit proper process flow, proper employee flow, good hygienic and safety practices. Product process flow shall prevent cross-contamination. The premise shall be designed to facilitate cleaning. Adequate sanitary facilities shall be provided and maintained. Loading and unloading bays shall be appropriately designed. Premise shall be kept in good condition, hygienic and maintained. Pet and other animals shall be prohibited from entering the premises, and also Muslim praying areas shall be provided. Next, we move to equipment and processing aids. The first one is equipment and processing aids used for manufacturing and handling halal cosmetics shall be designed and constructed to facilitate cleaning and shall not be made of or contain any materials that are decreed as najas by Sharia law. Next, the manufacturing facility shall not have any tool and elements of religious worship. Equipment and processing aids which were previously used or in contact with najas al-mughalazah shall be cleansed by Sertu. This procedure shall be supervised and verified by the halal competent authority. Use of appliances and brushes from non-halal animal hair are prohibited, and also all equipment and processing aids shall be clean. For packaging, labeling and advertising, the packaging material shall not be made from any raw materials that are declared as najas, not prepare, process or manufacture using equipment that is contaminated with things that are najas. During its preparation, processing, storage or transportation shall be physically separate. The packaging materials does not have any toxic effect on the halal cosmetics. And packaging design and labeling include symbol, logo, name and picture shall not be misleading and contravening.
Okay, we move to the conclusions. Okay, from this research, we can conclude that we can see that why halal cosmetic standards, which is MS-264/2019 been made to fulfill the demand from Muslims due to the alertness of people about halal. Besides, regulation that involves in cosmetic product also been made as to ensure that the products that been sold in the market are safe to use by the consumers, and also protecting the manufacturer from any mistake in producing their product by following the regulations. So more importantly, this research also been made to know the difference between the halal cosmetics and the cosmetic, which is they have a big difference in their steps to producing their product, as halal cosmetic have an additional requirement to produce their product, as which is as we all know, if they want to produce the halal cosmetic, they have to follow the requirement from the JAKIM to make their products be halal. So by having the regulation and requirement from JAKIM to producing halal cosmetics, people can use this product without any worries, because as we all know that halal are not only halal in their product, but also halal means that the product also toyiban. So consumer can use the halal cosmetic products without any worries. So that's all from us. Thank you.